Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Downs auction. I know the auction started already. I'll probably dip in here for a little bit, but I will have to jump off. But um, just give me a second to actually put some stuff together. But we're gonna take a look at some horses, see what's selling, maybe talk up a little bit. I just gotta post it in a couple places, let everybody know we're live. So, and as always, people are welcome to join in. I can send you a link. You can hop on in and help kind of co-host or just talk. It doesn't matter how many people. Just bear with me one sec. Whoa. That. I can't. Next horse up, actually 30 seconds, is pension plan. It's got no bid. Next horse up, actually 30 seconds. I just want to share the link here. Still don't know why it does that. All right. Let's see what we got. If anybody wants to jump in, just let me know. Normally, a few other guys do this. I know Black Ace and Gary and a few other guys. And I know Lee's birthday today, so happy birthday, Lee, big dog. So I'll take a look at a few horses. I do got to run out for some other stuff for my son, and but in the meantime, we'll take a look at some horses. So, and I think that last one just went off the board with no bid. That was pension plan. I didn't really get a chance to look at it, but we got Mind Exterminator. Got a minute on this one. It's in for 7,000. Again, it's owned by Dutton Ranch. 22, 35, 40, 52, 14. I'm out of my element here. I haven't looked at this stuff in a while. I might have to jump ahead a horse or so just to get my bearings together. Let's look at Mao Loa. I'm not even sure how to say it. California bred. It's got 6 races under its belt. No wins here. Last out was a maiden 30,000. It's on straight maiden special weight. Maiden 15. Loses big time. It gets moved up to maiden 30. I actually would have moved it down. It's a 105 rated horse, which is pretty solid. It was claimed for 15,000, right? Is that some decent confirmations there for 7th. If anybody's looking for a future breeder or something they could potentially breed with, it's probably not a bad option. It's a 4X horse, 105 rated. Obviously it doesn't look that great on its form, but could be potential age change horse, sleeper for 4-year-olds, but it's definitely built well for a mare. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it's definitely got the build to be a mare later down the line. 7,000, $7 is dirt cheap for that one. The minute on that, no bid. see. I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. Mayuloa. Mayuloa. Looks like it's a homebred too from Jake Dog. Like I said, it was claimed for 15. So, but 7,000. If you don't have any mares or sires, or this is probably a good little pickup. 30 seconds on that one. No bid. Next one is what's your name? What's your name? 16. That is a phonic. It's owned by a lawyer. It's up for 12,000.
I'm Siri. Pleased to meet you.
What? 102 rated, unraced. It's got some decent mid numbers for works. Let's see, 2225. It's definitely sprinter. It's a sprinter type, sprinter pretty much all day, and you never know what you're going to get until you race it. But let's see what's the price tag in for this one. What's your name? 16, a minute 28. Actually, $12 is reasonably priced. I mean, because it's right on that borderline as far as what you can get on your own. 10850s are solid horses. They can race in added money races. They can race in divisions. They can race in obviously claimers. So 10850s give you a raceable horse at the very least. But you're looking somewhere between 6 furlongs to a mile, maybe in certain circumstances, a mile and an eighth. But I think that's it depends. Some people want to gamble with, take $10 and breed their own, and have a better shot, thinking they're going to get a better result than a 10850. Some have to learn the hard way that's not always the case. So no bids yet on what's your name. 16 seconds and it's off the board. Next up is Queen Dunbar. 2 minutes. Let's take a look at this one here. It is available for $250. This is Queen Dunbar out of Born to be King and Miss Dunbar, owned by Bobby Dazzler. Confirmations is pretty solid. We have notes here of a 4894 steady. Mile and an eighth, miles 135. So this is actually a really nice runner, 108.35. Let's take a look at the horse. Let's dive in. See if we can find a 6 furlong time on here somewhere. Tell me Dazzler didn't put a 6 furlong. I know he put it in notes, but why is it not here? Drives me crazy. 6 furlongs, 22.14, 44.87, 15.13, 15. So interesting. These are sprint times, but it has a hell of a mile and an eighth. It looks to be a pretty dangerous sprinter. 22.14, 108.35. $148.94 is nice. So is the mile. The 7 furlongs nasty. Listen, it's just got really good work times. I mean, it's got 35 seconds left. If anybody wants a runner, it's definitely worth a shot. It's going to, again, it comes to one of them things, right? It's unraced. So, if the horse pops and it shows its class, from the works, it's gonna earn back that 250 probably pretty easily. The way things are going these days around here. Fairly priced. Very fast horse, 108.35. No bids yet. Looks like Dazzler may be keeping the queen. Next up is Shocking Shelly. What is? Let me see here. I'm gonna check, see if there were some bids. So that horse went off the board. 1435. I must have missed that one. Well, Dazzler, look, that's a nice horse. I mean, you know, you did put it up there, and in order for you to lose it or get rid of it, you wanted to be paid for it. So I don't blame you. But I expect to see that horse running stakes grade quite soon, frankly. Next up is Shocking Shelly. The owned by Dutton Ranch out of Centered. It's a minute left on it. Athleticism. I hate looking at this way. I need to go. I actually kind of like this horse. This one here. It's a 102. Oh, it's already raced. It's 102 rated. Turf horse. '60. More of a classic type. What he did is I'm not sure. Actually, you got to be quick with these horses. There's 11 seconds left for Shocking Shelly. 6 races, 1 win. I mean, winning $20,000, 20,000 claimers. So I mean, 7,000 is actually a decent number. So I guess there's a lot of them in here for 7,000. So I guess it's depends on what you're looking for. Slowpoke has it's a 4x or 1-2. It's a 3x horse here. 22.18, 108.64. That is not a very good close. So you're looking at a 5 furlong, 6 furlong horse here. It's probably not even a 4 furlong horse. I know that you can see this 149.36, and that's pretty quick. But I would say that the wheelhouse for this Slowpoke horse is definitely 5, 6, maybe 7, and you stick there with that horse, and I think that you'll be fine. So Slowpoke here, 4 races, 1 win, 1/3, a steel gray. But see, look at this. This is what I'm saying. This horse is. I just told you it was a sprinter. I didn't even look at this. This horse is is a sprinter, but he's racing them at 1.125 miles. This horse has been running correctly. I'd steal this horse right now. Whoever's got 7,000 credits, buy this horse. Pretty much immediately. Definitely buy this horse. This is a sprinter. You can tell even here I was running 2-1, 2-1, 2, 4-2. It's got no gas. You can say anything you want about this maiden special weight with 6 horses and say it won, so it might be misleading as far as like hey, it can do this. It's got a decent 1.125 time, but it's not going to hold up. It's just not going to hold up. You can tell by the works that the horse is, again, these guys not showing the 6 furlong times either. That's not really good. You're not going to sell many horses here on the site if you're not showing 6 furlong work times. Everybody goes by 6 furlong work times to make comparisons. So, and I know this has been said before with Dutton. So, it's so for future reference, if you're going to sell horses on this site, make sure you have a visible 6 furlong number to go off of, because that's an actual number that someone can rely on that comes from Digital Downs. So you can trust that. If you go just solely by the notes, then you're on your own, because we don't control what someone puts in here for the notes. And that's why we want to see it in the work profile. So I'm not sure if that horse sold or not, but I would buy that horse and I'd run it in some sprints, and you might stay in the same range, but you're going to win some races. It's just not a classic horse. You can't run, 23.70 or whatever it was in a final 2 furlongs and think that the horse has stamina for classic and stair distances. Next one up is Mother May I. This one here has got a bid. Will sell for 7,500. Let's see. I need to share something real quick. Let's see. One sec, guys. I'm sorry. Trying to I'm trying to share an invite code for Bobby Dazzler so you can jump in here. So just bear with me 1 second. This is wild. Sorry, guys. I got something to work on real quick. All right, I'm back. I just sent a link to Dazzler to join us. If anybody else wants to join in, just let me know. All right, so we got a minute left on Sunday specials. Got a bid of 22,000. This is owned by Dash Stables. The horse is got an okay confirmation. This is this is actually a pretty nice sprinter based on these here. Let me look at the 39 seconds here. It's it looks like it's going to run all them short sprints, 4 furlong, 5 furlong. 21.95, 44.60 is quick for 4 furlong. You're looking at 23. Yeah, it's like 23.80 or whatever, something for something. Hello, Dazzler. What's up, buddy? Gary.
What's up?
How you doing?
You struggling on your own there, Bob?
I'm at a, I haven't done it in a while, so it comes in a rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got too much stuff going on, but I'm trying to plus, I don't really look at the horse numbers like you guys do. So, I haven't really looked at them in a while. I was just checking out this Sunday.
Next one up?
Well, this Sunday speed just has a ton of speed. I just went off though. It's sold. I'm not sure what the final bid was on it. It looks like I don't know, maybe Creekside or Chrisman. I'm not sure who got it, but it did go off the board for 22,000. I thought it was a really good buy considering that it's definitely a sprint horse. It still had a 108.40. Obviously, it couldn't bring it home in the last 2 furlongs, but you don't need to do that if you're running, 3 furlongs, 4 furlongs, 5 furlongs, 6 furlongs. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all speed. It's pure speed. Just burn them out,
Right, what do we got up next then? Smoke Signal. Smoke Signal from Dutton. Well, even on breeding confirms alone, it's worth the $7. It's 104 rated. It's been claimed out of Greco's yard, John's yard. Where are we with Thames? Thames is Virgin Sprinter, sort of classic type.
What are you talking about?
Run well over 1 mile length on a 5K claimer. But even for the $7, it's worth that, for breeding alone. Like, it's a 4EX, very good filly.
Well, it's definitely going to go for 7. I know that. It was claimed for 20,000. Is it a gelding? It was a filly.
No, it's a filly. But
you're right, though. I mean, it's a 104 rated with a 4X is worth that all day long.
New stables, if they're looking to get their breeding barns built up, the like of this is good,
Yeah, it's going to go for 7. Well, not only that, it's a horse that can race. You know what I mean? So sometimes people are just looking for, like you said, if they're new, not only for breeding down the line, but something that can help them, get their feet wet into the game. Some lower class, entries, lower fees, get used to instructions. Those kind of things. They're great little horses.
Yeah.
Next one is one of yours here. It's out
so
of
it is.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Look, I'm
Um,
Sigurd Cure. Yeah. Well, it's classic type, bordering on the stairs as well. You know, it's $12. What sort of? It's 102.75. You know, they're
Yeah,
there.
it-
I don't like it. I'm not trying to talk my own horses up or anything else. That's why I should have maybe waited until they went off the board before it come on. Like, but you know, you're going to spend $15 buying one and taking a chance on what you're getting. You have a horse here that's going to be sort of mid-distance horse.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
classic. This is a classic distance horse. It's
Yeah.
7 furlongs, 8, 9. I think I'm not sure if a quarter mile is in the wheelhouse, but you're definitely getting the mid classic distances on this horse. He's got a 22 or 23:38 close, I think, on this horse. You know, so 102 rated. It's always interesting to see what kind of times people are interested in. I think there's so much talk about 108.20s, and I think the people, you know, they missed the point that these other horses like this actually can run, and they're going to run in their proper place as far as distance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, a 108.20 that's got a closing of 23, 67, 68. I'm not even sure if that's better than this horse here with the close it has for classic. So.
Yeah, it's look, everybody's their own take on it. You know what I mean? And as I say, the more experienced stables know just by looking at it, whatever with something that they want that they don't want. I say one sold earlier on a 108.5 horse. I think Paul bought it on More Racing. Black Feet come out one that's made in quite easy. Times weren't flying off the board, but one at a mile, one that's made in quite easy. You know, I think it was a 108.6 as well. You know,
look at this
just
107 rated horse.
Yeah, that's mine as well.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And look at the breeding of it. If you scroll down to the
35,000.
breeding of it,
Thanks. Okay.
if you go down to the breeding, like it's all the top bloodlines in there.
What?
It's got a lot of the top bloodlines in there, you know.
Yeah, how's the confirmation on it?
What are the confirms?
Not bad. 3X. 2 very good.
Yeah.
See,
Again, it's not showing the best of times when it works, but again, a 107 rating, it could be one of them horses that'll race well.
yeah, very high rating for sure.
In the diner on stage, some idiot customer put a suggestion in the suggestion box. Oh my god, they took my idea. That was you? Yeah. Okay, there you
12 seconds on this one for 35. 107 rated. It's I think it's I do think it's more of a sprinter. You know, sprint side. I would lean sprint side.
Oh my.
As I say, it's there. It's no
it's
lead
sold.
off on me for saying this. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's going for it's going for 35,000. So, I believe the other one went for 7,000. One before that. So this one here got a bid for 35,000. It's got 5 seconds left here, and it looks like it will go to the new owner. Next up is an unnamed horse here owned by Bobby Dazzler from Star of the Kingdom and Clap Back. It's an unraced 2-year-old colt. Its minimum bid is 12,000. It's got a solid confirmation. 2X, 2 very good. I'm not sure why that PK thing drives me crazy. The
Oh, sorry, Bob.
we got here on this. We got
You're crying all day about
48 seconds for 12,000. Let's take a look at some of the times here. 22:57, 45:57, 108:83.
More stare.
it's going to be
They just found in Peru. and they
43,
discovered
47, 20. So it's a 23-27 close on a 108.83.
Thanks. You ready to
It's
go?
going to obviously prefer the classic to stayer distances. It's geldable, not that you would, necessarily that you want to. So you have the geld option there. You already know it's a classic type stayer for 12,000.
12. Yeah.
Maybe going back to your barn there, buddy.
It doesn't, Bob. You know me. I don't care whether they come back or not. Both of them eventually or get around to it.
Hey, check this out.
Dog's going mad in the background here.
Wow, skates.
Wow, you're that sturdy as a jiggler. Crumbled like a piece of paper. So how was your trip? Oh, what'd you bring me?
Minute 36 on this 2-year-old filly out of Welcome to the Jungle.
Collection.
It's available for a minimum bid of 20,000.
Now this one is a 97.5 rated, but I thought it would be a good chance in the under 99 with its times. It's a pure stare for the under 99 series.
Yeah, it's actually
You believe he just offered me a restaurant?
it's actually a good point. It's both my kids are texting me at the same time. It's got a minute left on the board. It's definitely a stayer. 2261 is going to put you in the stayer range. We're looking at a close of 23. What is that? 32 or something like that?
Yeah,
22. 2322. 2322. It's below 99 as is. Actually, it's below 98, which means you could probably apply the horseshoes, still be below 99. You can run on all the 99 series. Not only that, we also have the under 99 races that are on the site that aren't required by a series. So, and it's actually built pretty well, all things considered. So, it's like I said, stayers hard to come by. Actually, what's even harder to come by right now is in the shed between your sires and mares. There's just not a lot of stayer in the lines right now. And that's just the fact. So anybody that's been here knows that. So that one did not catch a bid. Gary got bumped again. My man keeps getting booted.
I keep hitting the refresh button, but I forget to change to the auction page. What do I got up next?
We got a minute 28 on this other one here at a striped felon. This is a straight sales ring horse. It's got a very nice conformation. It's got a solid. I actually like horses like this. This would be a preference for me. It's got a 22.39 opening 2 furlong, which gets me away from the straight sprinters right away. So I already know I'm dealing with a different distance, and I can different options. So I like horses like this. It's got a 45.30, and then your 108.67, which means my close time is somewhere around 23.37. This is a classic runner all day long. It's like a meat and potatoes horse. You actually don't know how much better the horse can be until it races. But I know pretty much at a minimum, I'm meat and potatoes. I'm mid claimers. I'm allowance running. I can, there's things that I can do if I like to run. If I like to conditionally run my horses, this is a type of horse that I would like to get. You know what I mean?
And it's a 104.5 horse rating. It's a solid rating and everything else.
Yeah. I like it. 104.50 is nice. It's straight out of the sales ring, straight felon, prospector's delight. It's got the nice classic times. It's got good conformation. It's a raceable horse for sure at a minimum, and it should be fun to own for somebody. Or even if you're going to do it, if you're going to put it in claimers, whatever, maybe it eats up a bunch of claiming races, and then someone gets tired and has to claim it from you. But looks like there was no takers.
Nope. What's up next?
You got a couple big horses in here, dude.
Yeah. had a state of mind. Miss Gold. Miss Gold was a decent horse. I think it's actually won a graded race or two, if I remember correct.
You got some decent. You got some decent classic runners in here. This one's kind of more of a 6 furlong, 7 furlong horse. This unnamed 12-6-7-34. It's on for 25,000. It is a 2X 103.50 rated at a state of mind. It is a Kentucky bred. Still with the sprint. What's the price? And you still have the geld option on this one as well.
Yeah, well, to me, it's still a good breeder and all. I say the quality is gold, which was a top breeder. I think it was in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean the breeding. The breeding elements are always good, you know. And look, you know, 2 years old is, you know, you're like 8 months away, or not even that. You're now 5 months away before it's able to breed. So you know you're building something for your shed. It's got a decent conformation and rating. I mean, it's a solid horse. You know, it's just hard to say what people are actually. I'm not sure what people are actually looking for. How many did you enter in here, Guy?
I think I have about 14 in altogether. I think there's 3 or 4 sold already. I think this page is basically it. I feel sort of bad because I've just come on as my own come up, and that's why I don't want to talk about them too much, you know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. This one here is out of Quality Money. This is it's got 1:36 left. Definitely more of the sprint type. Doesn't show any real back end stamina. It's 2X, very good. It's built pretty well. It's 12,000. It's a 101.50 rated. You know, you got options here, you know, with this horse, but I'm not really sure. I think it's a 6 furlong horse, basically, is what I think it is.
Yeah, I would say 6-7 furlongs, like, you know what I mean. To me, it's probably more of a breeding prospect. But I say some of these horses surprise you until you actually race them. They do surprise you, you know.
Yeah, and you can definitely get some surprises in the first couple races. And again, it's another horse that can be gelded. You know, you can never. You know, there's some horses on here that have that price tag, but then they're already gelded. You know,
yeah,
they don't really give you that option. But you know, $12 you buy the horse, and the geld option is a little bit of insurance. I mean, you know, it could actually turn that horse into a stakes winner easy. You know, geld can go 2 ways. I mean, it can hurt the horse, can help the horse, but if it helps the horse, it usually helps it in a big way.
I agree. What have we got next?
Next?
Yeah, that's another sprinter.
Another sprinter.
22, 16, 44, 96, 108.59.
Yeah, it's a 4X, 103.75 rated. Another great one for down the line breeding. It's 23. What is that? No, it's 15. 23.64 on the close. So yeah, we're definitely sprinting here. 5 furlong, 6 furlong, maybe 7 furlong. 2-year-old filly at a winning money, 103.75 rated. Sprinter all day long. I don't know how good. No one knows until it races, but I think 12,000 is a fair price for this alone, especially if down the line you got some options as far as breeding. So, you know, it's funny because some of these prices, you look at it and say, well, the Colts, you know, you always have the geld option, even if they're not built well. The fillies are actually built really well and actually, you know, nice looking mares for the future. And it's not like they're slow. I mean, they got the sprint times. They just don't really have any serious stamina that compete, you know, across the board.
Yeah.
and any significant races. So they're both, you know, it has value in other ways.
This next one after this will be, it's out of Pretty Little Thing, which is the Juvenile Champ Sprint or Classic winner, and everything else out of Beautiful Storm, which both very good horses. I've just put this in more as a feeler to see what people are paying. It's like it's a sprinter, like from 4 furlongs up. There's no doubt about it. 21.97, I think it is the opening time on it.
And a Beautiful Thing.
Yeah, Beautiful Storm or Beautiful Thing. Yes, Beautiful Thing.
So it's got one race, finished second. I don't know if this was a finished second to the Empress of China.
Yeah.
Empress of China. Beautiful Storm. 102.25. Quick little horse, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just threw it in to see how it go. 108.41 stock.
Yeah, this is a nice sprinter. $30. Let's see.
Yeah.
22.10, 48, 40, 44.82. Yeah, this is a.
Like on the down
Yeah,
one
listen,
over one.
well, here's the thing. The bottom line is that you're getting a return on that all day long. I would get, you know, I'd pretty much guarantee that. $30 on that sprinter. On this sprinter here, it's got, I don't know. It's got 40
Somebody's
seconds
put a bit
left.
on.
It's,
Yep,
it's,
there's a
you
bit
know,
on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't listen. Not every horse is a superstar, and not every horse is going to win all these great. You know, we have the majority of the races on this site aren't stakes races.
Yeah.
You know, it's built for all types of horses. This horse is going to get a return on the 30,000. I'd actually, you got your maidens, and I think but before it even gets it makes its money back by the time it hits C division.
Absolutely. One race and it'll win the money back.
Yeah. Exactly. You win the right maiden, and it's definitely going to, you know. Well, I mean, where it goes from there, you know, I couldn't tell you, but you know, if you're the type that races conditionally and you're trying to make some profits, and you know those are meat and potato type horses, and you have to know when they're done or when they've reached the top of their conditional class to then rotate back down. You know what I mean? It's all about how you maximize that. So next one up is so anyway, that went off the board for 30,000. So that was a good buy by somebody. Belgrade Slayer is up next. It's a 2-year-old colt at a Monster Slayer. Monster Slayer rings a bell. It's available for 75,000.
It won the Derby. It won the Derby, Monster Slayer,
Monster
2
Slayer.
seasons ago.
So it's popular.
El Grand Maid has produced some nice stairs, so it has.
So it ran in a mile and a quarter maiden, finished second to Dashing Monarch. Monarch went on to win a G2 by 2 lengths after that. So you got to consider some of this. So it finished second to that horse, Dashing Monarch, who's already shown even better form in its next race out. It comes from a stakes winning or championship winning sire in Monster Slayer.
Yeah.
So you know the bloodlines there, and then I'm not sure. 50, 21. Yeah, so it looks like more of a classic style. But I'm not really sure. Is it a router?
But you see, it's similar times to Monster Slayer. It won at a 1.5 miles, and it won a 1.25 miles and a 1.1 miles. Monster Slayer won a lot of distances, you know. And to be quite honest, I don't care whether this horse goes or not. That's just being perfect.
Yeah, because it's funny. You know, people look at it and say, "Well, it's a colt too, can still be gelded." But it's I don't know if it sold or it didn't sell. But the bottom line is that, you know, with a horse like that, sometimes people read it the wrong way. Like they see that it ran its maiden race and finished second, but I think you really would have to pay attention to what
Yeah.
horse it lost to in the maiden race.
Yeah.
That horse looks to be, quite nice. So it wasn't, maybe if that horse isn't there, it easily wins that maiden. Next up is Secret Empire. It's on the board for 30,000. It's got 2 races under its belt. It's out of Empire Status and Secret Girl. It's a 4X. It's built very, very well. Another sprinter, 2211, and a close of, the 2361. Definitely more of the 5 furlong, 6 furlong, 7 furlong horse. It's a colt, can be gelded. Minute on the board, 104.75 rated. Did finish second in a maiden special weight. Jumped up and skipped maiden on the next one out for a D division. Didn't really show as well. For it's a dirt horse. What's the price on this one? 30,000.
Yeah, on the Secret Empire.
The 4X, man. It's a 4X. So it's a 4X, got a nice rating. It's a sprinter. Listen, that sprinter category can get busy,
Yeah.
It can really get tough sometimes.
Right.
That's why I want to see more and more stayers come out. I would prefer to see more of that. All right, Gary, looks like that's not being sold.
No.
Here's a big one that's up next here. This is another one out of Monster Slayer. This is a 2-year-old filly.
It's a 108.25 horse rated as well. It's already won G1.
Very high horse rating. It's got 7 wins, 7 races, 3 wins, $169 in earnings already. This 227. I mean, some of these you can throw out. It won a G1 February 20th. So it went from, let's see here, it's 4th in the maiden. Look, I've seen you done this a couple times now. So 4th in the maiden, goes to the D division, wins that, straight into graded 5th, 10th, 1st, back to a D division 1st, then wins the grade 1, 7th furlong. It's like, man, 108 rated. There's something about the horse.
It's great tape. Well, it's 108.31. But again, the way I look at it is, you win a couple of graded races, you more or less have your money back nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's just interesting because it's very fast horse. It's a very fast sprinter. The 6 furlong turf that it wins, the G1 was a 7 furlong turf, so it can definitely handle up to that. It's interesting because you're looking for some consistency. I mean, it's winning those D divisions, comes back out, gets the G1, and has struggled at times in the longer, graded stakes races.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be capped to the sprints now, you know what I mean? 7 furlongs.
Yeah, it's a nice horse. I don't care what. Listen, any horse that wins a grade 1 is a decent horse. You can't do it by accident. You know what I mean?
What do we got up next? We've got What's Your Name 16.
Owned by a lawyer. 2-year-old gelding out of Blair and Twining Star. This one here is 23, 14, 23, I don't know, 45, 23, 50, something like that. This is a typical sprinter. You're looking maybe some certain types of 5 furlongs in the right condition, but mainly 6 to 7 furlong horse.
Yeah.
It's, built okay. It's got a couple goods in there. I've seen better.
It's gelded, honey.
Yeah, it's gelded. It's gelded as well. So you got a full geld here, 102 rated. You already know what kind you're looking at. 12. What I would say is if you're trying to put something in an auction for 12,000, or you're trying to get the money back a little bit, yeah, and doing this, ask you a question here, on that horse. We missed it. Sorry, we should be paying attention to that. He wanted to know more information.
I think I was about 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, whatever one that was.
Yeah.
What I would say is, anyway, on this horse here, it's got 20 seconds left. Is and sometimes people are just trying to get their money back, or they spent less than 12,000 on a horse. They've taken it through this full course, they've gelded it, they've done everything to it, and then they put it in an auction for 12,000. It's like, if you want 12,000 for the return, then I don't know if you should be gelding the horse, because you have to give the buyer an option to do something more with it from the money that's spending on it. In that case, if that's a geld option, I probably would have dropped it down to like $7 or whatever. Otherwise, people might think that they have a better chance of doing their own breeding and then gelding something of their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The next one here, that one's off the board. What's Your Name 3?
Yeah.
It looks a solid enough sprinter. It's decent confirms for breeding. It's 103.
22, 26, 4507, 10850. Hey man, 10850s, I love them. $12 is, to me, is I think it's a bargain. 103 rated horse. It's a filly, not a straight felon. It's an interesting time. Where's the? It's a sprinter, so I'm not really worried about any of these stayer times, because I know I ain't gonna run it. I'm not running it at stayer distances. You know what I mean? So if you just stick with this one thing and what's it tell you, 22, 26 sprinter, where's the back end? 108.59. You know what I mean? So you're looking 7 furlong mile, maybe an eighth. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. As I say, even for a future breeder, as I say, for the likes of the new stables looking to pick up sort of decent breeding stock, we should maybe be looking at these cheaper horses and, saying
this is the one that's worth $12. I can tell you that right now. I know that. This 108, this one here is definitely worth $12. This 108.56. It's built very well, you said, for breeding. It's a 2X3, very good. 103 rated, should sell all day long for $12. I'm not sure why it wouldn't. Again, if everybody's just hunting for these 108.20s, they're going to be sadly disappointed.
Next one up then is What's Your Name 23. Looks like a classic type.
Yeah.
It is a 102. It's an ag gelding. It's gelded as well.
Yeah.
Not seeing much time ways than Spare Me with the times that's shown there on the 13th of February.
14. I don't know. I would have bought both these last horses. I would have bought the last one for 12,000, and I would buy this one for 12,000. At a minimum, they're raceable horses, but could actually perform much better than you think. And I don't know. Return on $12 seems pretty simple for that number right there. These 108.50s. I like it. All day, every day.
There's a lot of these 108.50s in here.
What happens probably is, somebody gets, their fair share of similar or something a little bit better.
Yeah.
In theory. And then,
because next 4 or 5 are very similar horses. There's a couple of them look like pure sprinters, but they've all been gelded. I think there's one, I think there's one filly in there, What's Your Name 19, but they're all very similar types, time ways and everything else.
Yeah.
The thing is funny, the one at $10 is sold, but all the rest are $12 and they haven't sold. I wonder if it's that $2 is putting stables off them.
Well, it looks like it's going back to its owner for 12.
Yeah.
Wild. But all these new stables, I thought for sure some of these would sell because they're good horses for racing, man. Here's another one. This one's quick here. 44.75. It's a 2X. Gelded 103.25. 532. It's a quick horse. I'm not really worried about the distance too much. You got to be on relax or whatever. But 2204, 44.77. It's a flyer. You know, it is going to get gassed out a little bit. So you're looking at maybe, I don't even know about 4 furlong, but 5 furlong, 6 furlong for sure.
Homebred as well. What's your name? 16 Soul, isn't it? That's the one at $10.
Yeah, the one below it, right?
Well, one. What's your name? 18. Sorry.
What's your name? 18. It's good to see Aloy back, man. Aloy's a good dude.
Yeah, I've never spoke to the guy. But you see, this is what I don't honor. I know some people don't pay much heed to the confirms for breeding or anything else, but you see, I would never gild a horse like that. Just me personally, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The times the breeder.
Yeah. What is this horse? This Super Duper Jones, anyway? Who owns this? Rico horse. That's Smarty Jones.
That was a good sprinter.
The sire's averaging 7,800 per race per offspring. It's actually not bad.
That one's off the board.
He gone. Next one, minute 42. It's already got a bid of 10,000. Check it out. It is a 2X, 3 very good sprinter again. I mean, you're talking very similar times to the other ones that didn't sell for 12.
Yeah.
I mean, they're, you know, he must have Smoking Alone. He must have, well, that's a mix. The other one was a homebred. This was a sales ring. It's gelded. But again, these are. Definitely sprint types. I'm trying to figure out. It must be the rating, you know. I mean, someone's going to pay 10 instead of 12. Oh, where did I put it? So it looks like this one.
That one's gone anyhow.
Yeah, it's got 46 seconds left for 10,000. Look, similar horse, right?
Yeah.
12,000, no bid.
This is a filly. You know, not bad. Breeding confirms.
103.25 at a Happy Saver.
So you've got 3 buttons here. These count as one.
Yes, they do.
And you're going to give us a couple of options for each one. And our job is to try and work out what they are. Yeah. So would you like to start with that?
It's so right.
I don't know. Like I said, I like the 50s. 22.13.
Mhm.
Quick, 5, 6 furlong. I don't know about the 4 furlong. You'd have to run it. I know we had some works on here for 2 furlongs, but I don't really know. I don't know much about that.
No, well, quick 2 furlongs is 21.18, 21.20. Is normally sort of
so-
around the tops 2 furlongs.
It's 5 furlong, 6 furlong, 7 furlong horse. Minute 43.
Lee, you've no need to be funny. Lee's sitting here putting up a smart comment just because it's your birthday. Are you not coming on to join us?
We already put a comment.
No, down the side bar there.
Oh, I don't see nothing.
I see it. Then on to you put sorry in, Dana.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, I
he's
don't
blocked. Maybe he's blocked you.
maybe you blocked me.
All right. It looks like them horses are going to go off.
Yeah, the 1 for 10 went for sure. Next up is What's Your Name 19. That's the one we were just looking at.
Yeah.
Basically, very similar times to the one that just sold for 10.
Yeah, and then What's Your Name 2 is the same as well. That's similar times. They're near you would near think they were carbon copies of each other, you know, time wise.
Mhm.
And then What's Your Name 20, it's the same.
Yeah, he must have got. That's interesting. And they're getting there different ways. I mean, some of them are Colts, some of them are Phillies, some of them are Geldings.
Yeah.
But you know, the horse ratings are different.
Oh yeah, yeah. Different build horses, just similar times. Like
Yeah, this one's a little bit more closer to a classic. This not this one. This which one was I just looking at? Not that one either. Yeah, these are all very similar.
Young lady, what do you
Brown Zen.
yeah, that's a big
That's not the one I was talking about. This I can't even find it now. Can't even find it. The one had more. It was closer to our class time. It's like 22.29 or something. 22.19. Take a look at Brown Zen. It's on the board for 200. It's at a big Brown Zen and the right exposure. 2-year-old.
really strong bloodlines in this one as well. This is my horse.
It's a 3X burner, 2210, 44.79, but it's not too fast, so it's not like you're limited to 4 furlong or anything. It's 108.35. It's going to be, without even looking at it, it probably posts good times all the way up to a mile.
Yeah.
2210, 44.79, 108.35.
Even 10 mile and eighth times are fast. 148.89.
107.5 rated. It's a big boy. It's a big girl.
Yeah. It's a filly as well. That's the thing.
15.22 is 15.22. So you're looking at 57. 23.57 on the close. So that's better than the sprinters you see running at 23.70, 23.80. So obviously it's definitely got more in the tank to it. 107.50. Yeah, it's a stakes horse. Stakes prospect for sure. You know, if you're someone that's looking to run for like the Blue Blood Maidens and you know, stuff like that, Belmont Reveals, all big cash money, added money races. You still have the divisions. You can win 200 just clearing divisions. And then obviously you got the greatest stakes run. You can't 108.35, and it's I don't have no issue with the price tag. I mean,
but it's very strong bloodlines now. The side is in Yetta and Big Brown. All the bloodlines are there for everybody to see. Like if you scroll down to the bloodlines, it's it's in Yetta, Cable, Little Mike, Benedict.
Yeah, strong horse. I mean, it's a strong line. I had a big brown Zen. 5 foals. They're all built pretty well. Let's see. You didn't even race that one.
No, there's some of them not even racing. You know yourself how many horses they have that don't get raced, just get put into the breeding barn.
Yeah, I know, but they're built well, so it's you know what I mean. You're carrying it through, but this one's actually got the speed to back it up. I'm not so sure. Like if you go to, well, I guess it doesn't show it, right? This is Big Brown Zen. Yeah, it doesn't show it. I guess you can't see the old work times, but this has 108.35. That's pretty fast. I mean, I don't know how many horses do that, but I know the last 20 of them definitely didn't do that.
No, Look, you know yourself, Bob. I love the Blue Blood Maidens and stuff like that. There, I've no problem racing it. I have a large selection of good horses, and I thought I would just bang some of them in and see how they went. You know, and that's just if they sell, they sell. If they don't, I'm more than happy to race them. Like,
I mean, it's like a gasoline number, right? You go to it, you put it in for 180, it sells. 200, it doesn't sell. You know?
yeah,
Weird. But if anybody's out there looking for a potential stakes grade horse, this would be one of them. You know, obviously you're going to be in the sprint range with this horse. It does have other really good times though. 7 furlong. Its mile time is excellent. It's mile and 1/8 is excellent, but I would imagine that you start dropping off as far as your ideal instructions once you get around a mile to or to 1/8. But it can clearly hang on the track, and then I don't think there's any question from a sprint standpoint of 5, 6, 7, whatever, that the horse has the ability to win and win big races. So, you can breed 20 horses and not get one that's 108.35. So, I do not.
Grigo's the next horse down's getting a bit of action.
Yeah, it's up to 22.5. Looks like the Brown Zen
Oh, it's going off the board.
will not be sold.
Not an issue.
Gold from a silver mine at a Thunder Snow and Gold Diggers. 2-year-old filly, does have 7 races, has 3 wins already. Won a C division. You know, this is kind of like a progressive path, claiming doesn't do well in the maiden special weight. Then it finishes 3rd. Cashes a check, goes into a 16K claimer, wins. 2nd at 20s, drop back down again to 15. Then it races C division. Like, this is a proper way to run a horse. If anybody's wondering how to run a condition book, that's how you do it. Even that little drop down right there in the win.
Mm-hmm.
Good money, runs the C division, wins, and then goes to the ladies G2 and finishes 6th. Probably reached a little bit there, but was in good form. But who knows? Can handle off surface, clearly. Wins the C division on mud. So has C division, B division, obviously. The rest of them ready to go. I can understand I understand the price on, based on its form, because it's a raceable horse that actually is performing. So
I like this one, Flora of Grico's here. I'm actually going to have a wee bit on it myself.
Flora at a New York bred at a Super Trooper.
Yeah.
3X horse. Got 2 races, 1 win, 1 third, 105 rated, really nice rated horse. Again, we go to maiden special weight. I'm not sure if this was a $10 maiden, probably a higher regular maiden, not quite the blue blood maiden, but looks like it was the $10 entry one. Finishes 1st. No, it wasn't. It was the 5. And then he goes right for the G2, finishes 3rd. Obviously Grico runs some aggressive tactics, but not everybody's going to run it that way. You could have obviously progressed through the divisions, have eaten all the divisions up, or the Belmont reveal, and picked your own path with it. So,
yeah, well, somebody has a right bid on it because I'm bidding here.
Interesting first split. Very good mile and 1/8 time. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a nice horse. Plus, it's a filly. I like fillies. Like,
That is. Yeah, I like the horse. I think it's strong. It has a very interesting 6 furlong time or split setup. A 22:31, it drops to a 45:10. I mean, it really starts picking up. It gets moving, but doesn't get moving right away. It takes it a little while to get cooking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm trying to decide I want to go any higher on it.
I want that's a 148.90 on push. I don't even know if that's the best instruction there. I mean, I would guess that it's not. I could be wrong. I mean, it's just a hunch. I mean, I'm only seeing what you see. So
what dates was the family in that business?
Flora out of New York, current bid is 50,500. Potential stakes horse. It's already finished third. I think it was a G2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can clearly run divisions. Can clearly run the Belmont Reveal. Cash added. Going home to somebody.
So with that maker, I would say an auction easily straight to 5,000. Yeah, that's great.
55 seconds on floor in New York. After this,
This isn't accepting my bid, Bob. Bob, I've put in 51, and it's not accept. Oh, I know ways because I am the highest bidder. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. 36 seconds left on floor, so it's a nice little pickup for somebody. If that's you or anybody else. And after this, we got Cody Ugly. It's got no bids. It's up for 20,000. Here's Lee. Did you yourself? He's asking you questions.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. He's just.
He said. Coyote Ugly got a bid for 20,000.
Looks like I got that Flora.
Oh, you did? Congrats. Coyote Ugly is a 3X 2-year-old colt. Does have a race under its belt. Finished 5th in a maiden special weight at a mile at Churchill. Is that a Yeats? Big time rating here. 107.50. That horse is loaded. Can you get it to perform? 108.42. Not bad at all. Sprinter again. But a little faster than the previous ones that we had on the board. Sitting at 12,000. Gets the bid at 20,000. Still gettable option. All options are open for the horse. So 44 seconds on Coyote Ugly.
I think in the right sale, I think conservatively,
Coyote Ugly. Name of more of Lola or whatever they call them. More of these 108s 56 horses for $12.
Yeah, 22, 28. Yeah, these are good horses for $12. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm.
the one underneath that for $10 sold. What is the difference in the $2?
It's got to be the rating, I think. This is 101, right? And then this one is
105.
105.
Back to reality. 105.25.
I understand that some of the crew members were Maoris. They were New Zealand Maoris. Your father explained.
That's a decent 6 furlong. Or
Like 3 Maori members.
7 furlong.
What's your names available for 12,000? That's a runner. What's up, bud?
Love of these things, as all things Polynesia.
Yeah, what's going on?
And on.
What?
So for the last 20 years,
Well, what's up? You want to go get sneakers?
is the provenance of the story.
Your mom home?
This is key to the boxer, which explains how it was given as a gift. I think if you were to get this into the right sale, something I always say, has to be the right context. But if you could
Then we'll go down to that Ace 1 of Northlands. Run over. It's
22 seconds on this 21 from a lawyer. That's that again. 108.50. I think they're safe plays all day long. There's nothing wrong with scooping those up for $12. The $10 ones are selling, like you said.
That's a really pretty thing.
Ace 1 is a PA bred. I am keen.
Dear to me.
Is Sadie still home?
And it was her mother's. And she
Ask her if she's got to go to. Shouldn't she be at work?
She said,
piece of bohemian
I'll come to you the first second she gets here.
50
Okay.
is quite beautifully cut. And then
I guess a cheap horse at Ace 1. Like, it's already a good one.
Yeah, it's a filly. It's 103 rated at I am keen. I am keen is a winner. Has 1 win under it and has 6 foals. The average earnings per race per foal is 19,000. Must be a big one in here somewhere. Oh, that's the Ace 1 is one we're looking at.
Yeah. It's $25.
When's the maiden?
fishermen and their picture postcard villages.
When's the big maiden at Churchill?
But a fisherman's life is a
It's planned into a G1, actually wins it. In a big field, 7 horses.
That's over 5. Seems to do well off surface. If you look, it's 1.5 one there off
Yeah.
surface as well.
Ace 1. Outside post, Prance G1 on yielding off surface.
Over
Wins
5
it.
furlongs.
Second race. Then jumps back to dirt off surface and throws a dog. Jumps back to turf. G1 finishes 4th in a 9-horse field. Back to a G3, 6 furlong on term, 7-horse field, finishes 4th. So it's right around that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's interesting. I'd have to watch this G1 with that yielding. That yielding must have had something to do with it, but it's a $75 added beats this here, this other one. Interesting. I just don't. Maybe that field just wasn't that strong, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
the second place, the second place horse in that Prance G1 also has not fared very well since then. It's a fast horse though. I think. Yeah, I think it's a 5-6 horse. Nice horse though. It's already got
yeah.
proven that it can run. So I mean that's half the battle, right?
Absolutely.
Here's the battle. It's got 3 minutes left for $30. So yeah, I mean, you get the works, you get it to translate to the track. It's proven that it won. It probably needs to be reset a little bit. Like, give it a once over. Look at the jocks you've used, where you've run it. It has the 1 win, and maybe you go to get some more confidence with the horse, and you go back to D division. You know?
Yeah.
Go back to D division. Well, no, it can't because it has 2 wins. Go to C division and see what you run into at C division. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That's probably what I would do with a horse like that until you can get it fine tuned to like where it really likes to run because it's shown that it can do it.
As a little girl would go into the art gallery with her father, and she saw this.
Sometimes you got to consider the people that own the horses and how they like to run. Like Northland's running style is completely different than someone else's running style.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
We all have our own ways of doing things, there's no
yeah.
doubt about it.
Northland likes big horses, big races, all that, which is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So he's trying to get there as quickly as possible.
Right, Bob, I'm not being funny. I have to go and lift her at 9 o'clock here, so I'm going to have to slide off here.
Yeah, I'm not staying on much longer either. I appreciate you coming on. I
Yeah.
got to run my kids somewhere. I wish I could stay on. It's always great when you guys run it. But it's good when anybody does it actually because it keeps people engaged. Hopefully add some bits to it. But I appreciate you jumping on.
Yep, not a problem. Look, I'll catch you all soon. Lee, happy birthday to you. I know you're listening because you're sitting there typing away to your
Happy
heart's
birthday,
content.
Lee.
I will catch you all soon. All right, that's me out of here. Good lad.
All right.
Bye. Bye.
Later, guy. All right, it was cool. Had Gary stop by for a little bit. Like I said, I got a few minutes left myself. This auction's going to run for another. How many pages we got? It's going to be hours. Maybe I jump back on. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but possibly jump back on. Ace of One is up to 34.5 for Northland. Nice proven Springer. It's already won $240. And has a ton left to it. I'd probably, like I said, I'd work on getting that horse in a better form, build some confidence. Talented Buck. Let's take a look at Talented Buck. 2-year-old colt at a maximum talent. It is a winner. Special weight, finished fifth, jumped to a 12.5. Claimer, finished first, right into a G2, third. Kind of a wild ride for this horse. Different types of regular, maiden special weight to a claiming 12 to a G2. Did cash a check, in G2. So big time rated horse here, 108.50 for this Talented Buck. It's a colt, does have a geld option, has some sick times. Again, this may be just a case of rushing the horse into something. We got equipment changes going on. I just don't think the horse is settled in yet. Big horse, big numbers here for this horse. It's claimed from Starter Desert for 12.5, so it was claimed right here. That's wild. Big numbers though. Interesting. It's almost worth a flyer for 55, to be honest. Talented Buck. Got a couple here for 10 going off the board. 50. I would take a look at Talented Buck. Take a serious look at that horse for $55. I think there's something there. It's just you can tell it's kind of the training, the racing decisions, whatever it may be. But he also claimed it for 12.5. So it's very interesting because it's gone through Berkey, who you would think knows what he's doing, in a 12.5 claimer. But those are big numbers to be in a 12.5 claimer. East Street for 10, Ride My Bike for 10. Couple good ones down here. Guys, stay focused in the auction. I'm probably going to have to jump off here in a couple minutes. But there's a ton of talented horses in here available to race the main card. Some moonshine horses in here. This one here is 108.33. It's a fast horse here. to the beginning. Yeah, at least said it's a steal. Yeah, there's a lot of steals in here right now. A lot of steals. And I appreciate you guys watching. Happy bidding. There are some steals in here, so make sure you jump on them. To all the new guys, if you have questions, I'm sure just post it on the message board or in forums. I'm sure someone will jump out and help you out, or reach out to someone for one-on-one advice. I'm sure they'll be willing to help you out. Northwind has some decent horses in here to take a look at. They're in there rather cheap, and stalls as well. And I haven't seen the rest of the pages, but there's a lot of nice horses to be had. Make sure you look at the conditions and how they ran the horse, and if there's an opportunity to do better with whatever horse it is that you're buying. All right. And always look for those 6 furlong times, and keep in mind of what horses can be gelded and what horses also can potentially be breeders down the line. All right. I'm gonna jump off for a little bit. Peace.